Have you ever felt like you're walking down a hallway and every single door you try is locked? You push, you pull, you jiggle the handle, but nothing gives. One by one, every potential path, every opportunity, every door of hope just seems to slam shut in your face. It's a deeply frustrating and lonely place to be, isn't it? You look around and it feels like the walls are closing in. Maybe it's a job you desperately needed, a relationship you poured your heart into, a financial situation that just keeps getting worse, or a health diagnosis that knocked the wind out of you. When everything and everyone seems to fail you, when every door is bolted and barred, it's easy to feel completely abandoned and utterly lost. In those moments of profound desperation, where do we turn? We might try to pick the locks ourselves, to force a door open that was never meant for us. We might bang on the doors, hoping someone on the other side will hear our desperate cries. We might even just slide down the wall and give up, convinced that this hallway of locked doors is our final destination. But I want to share a truth with you today, a truth that has been a lamp to my feet and a light to my path in my own darkest hallways. When every man-made door is blocked, there is one door that is always, always open, and that door is a person. His name is Jesus. In the book of John, chapter 10, verse 9, Jesus says something revolutionary. He says, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture." Think about that. He doesn't just say he knows where the door is or that he has the key to the door. He says, "I am the door." He is the solution, the entry point, the way through when you feel trapped. He isn't just a bystander. He is the very exit you're looking for. He is the way out of the dead-end hallway and into a wide-open field of provision and peace. He is the solution when everything else has proven to be a dead end. This brings me to one of the most beloved and comforting passages in all of Scripture, Psalm 23. Many of us know it. Maybe we memorized it as kids, but have you ever read it through the lens of someone standing in that hallway of locked doors? Let's walk through it together. It starts with, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want." Right there, in the very first line, is the answer to our deepest anxieties. When every door to provision is locked, the job, the bank, the opportunity, David, the author of this psalm, makes a bold declaration of faith. He says, "Because the Lord is my shepherd, my guide, my provider, I lack nothing." It's not a denial of his needs, it's a declaration of his source. He's saying, my provision doesn't come from those locked doors. It comes from my shepherd. When we put our trust in Jesus as our shepherd, our focus shifts from the locked doors to the one who owns the entire pasture. We stop worrying about what's behind those doors and start trusting that our shepherd will lead us to exactly what we need. Then it says, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Picture this. You're frantic, you're stressed, you're banging on doors. But the shepherd comes along. And what's his first move? It's not to frantically help you pick the locks. No, He gently makes you lie down. He leads you away from the hallway of hustle and panic and brings you to a place of rest. Green pastures, still waters. This is a picture of peace, of tranquility, of restoration. Sometimes God allows doors to be shut, not to punish us, but to get our attention. He wants to lead us away from the paths we've chosen for ourselves, paths that are leading to exhaustion, and bring us to a place of quiet trust in Him. He knows we can't hear His voice when we're making so much noise trying to break down doors. So He quiets our surroundings, and then He quiets our souls. The next line is so powerful. He restores my soul. When you've been rejected, when you've failed, when you feel like you're not enough, your soul takes a hit. It gets bruised and weary. But Jesus, our Good Shepherd, is in the business of soul restoration. He doesn't just patch you up, He makes you new. He breathes life back into the weary places and reminds you of your worth in Him, a worth that isn't determined by which doors open or close. He restores your hope, your strength, and your identity. Then comes the part that speaks directly to our theme. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Notice, He leads us. We don't have to find the path. We don't have to guess which door is the right one. Our job is to follow the shepherd. And where does He lead? Down paths of righteousness. These are the right paths, the best paths, the paths that are designed for our good and His glory. We might think that closed door was the best path, but the shepherd knows better. He sees the whole map. He knows that door led to a place of trouble or compromise. By closing it, He is lovingly redirecting us to a path that is far better, a path that leads to life. We just need to trust His leadership. Now we get to the verse that might be the most famous of all. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for You are with me. Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me. Walking through that hallway of locked doors can feel like walking through a valley of death. The death of a dream, the death of a relationship, the death of a plan. It's dark, it's scary, and you feel vulnerable. But look at the promise. I will fear no evil. Why? Because of our own strength? No, for You are with me. The presence of the shepherd changes everything. He doesn't promise we'll never walk through valleys, but He promises He'll walk through them with us. We are not alone in that hallway. Jesus is right there. His rod used to protect against predators, and His staff used to guide the sheep, are our comfort. They remind us that He is our protector and our guide, even in the darkest, scariest moments. And look what happens next, right in the middle of that dark valley, right in front of all those locked doors and all the enemies of doubt, fear, and despair. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. This is incredible. God doesn't wait until you're out of the valley to bless you. He doesn't wait for the doors to fly open. Right there, in the midst of the struggle, in front of everything that stands against you, He prepares a feast. He provides for you, honors you, and sustains you. He's showing your enemies and reminding you that his provision is not dependent on your circumstances. He can and will sustain you right where you are. He anoints your head with oil, a symbol of blessing, honor, and being set apart. Your cup, he says, overflows. Not just full, but overflowing with his grace, his mercy, his provision. This is the opposite of lack. This is abundance, found not by breaking down a door, but by trusting the shepherd in the hallway. When everything else is blocked, Jesus doesn't just offer a little bit of help. He offers an overflowing cup. Finally, the psalm concludes with a beautiful, forward-looking promise. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This isn't a wish, it's a certainty, surely. Because we have chosen to follow the Good Shepherd, 2 companions are assigned to us for life, goodness and mercy. They will follow us, pursuing us every single day. So even when we face another locked door in the future, we can be confident that goodness is arranging something better for us, and mercy is covering our past mistakes. And the ultimate destination. It's not just getting through the right door into the next opportunity. It's dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. It's about relationship. It's about being home with him. The ultimate goal isn't what's on the other side of the door. The ultimate goal is the shepherd himself. So if you are in that hallway today, if you feel trapped, discouraged, and hopeless, I want you to stop banging on the doors. I want you to take a deep breath and turn around. Look for the shepherd. His name is Jesus. He is the door. He is the way. He wants to lead you to green pastures, restore your soul, and feast with you, even in the presence of your enemies. Trust him. Follow him. Let him be your solution when everything else has failed. He has never ever failed, and he won't start now. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this message encouraged you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. We'd love to have you as part of our community. God bless you, and remember, your shepherd is with you.